Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Voyager class Prime Bulkhead from Wave 1. You can see him there, his boxiness, and we'll put him off the side real quick. We'll look at the box, and yes, again, it is a Legacy box, so you got the lots of purple with Legacy logo Transformers. You know, nice bit of artwork there, and the Bulkhead and all that stuff. You got on the side here, you got him in this robot mode, including a close-up up at the top. You have the top there with the logo. You got the bottom, which is just manufacturing stuff. You got the side, which is the line wide artwork. And you have the back, which, of course, product shots and warnings and the QR code for if you want to see the tech specs. Also comes with instructions, of course, which are actually pretty good. Again, nothing mind blowing, but it's they work for what they are. Anyway, Bulkhead. He is, yes, you can see Bulkhead from the Prime universe. Yeah, not quite lining up with the Prime aesthetic. Yes, much like the Deluxe RC, you can see he is not quite looking like his Prime self or even his animated self. This is very much a G1ified version of Bulkhead, and it's got some people in a tizzy. I've noticed very much a undercurrent about that. People being very angry because this doesn't look like, more like Prime with the stylization. It's more G1ified, which apparently, according to some things I've seen, the design is very much set out to make a G1ified Bulkhead, and then marketing decided to market him as a Prime Bulkhead, and that may be, maybe how it is for better or for worse. Yeah, you can see here, very much a boxy chest. Yeah, you can see the boxy chest there with a little tiny Autobot symbol. You got his, very, well, Primus head there. Got some bright blue eyes, big old silvery chin, green helmet looking thing. You got some vent detail on the shoulder, the wheels there, some gray, also, yeah, translucent plastic, some more gray and some silver and some green, and there you go. Yeah, he's very monocolored, and he's got his backpack thing and whatnot, some 5mm ports all over him. Yeah, I would actually say overall the robot is actually pretty good looking. Again, you may be upset over it not looking more like the Prime TV show, but hey, I would say I'll say regardless, it is still a good looking robot, even if he's not accurate. If that makes sense. Yeah, just very much. I just like how he looks personally. I'm not super attached to Prime. I like the show, but I'm not super attached to it personally. So for me, it's not a huge problem that he doesn't look the same, but I can get why some people are upset, but it is, what it is. He does come with a couple accessories, namely this little, another Energon weapon. It's mostly, it's a cast in translucent blue, but it's got some paint on it, so gunmetal gray there. It's got a Gatling gun thing. He can hold this, in his hand. Pegs in right there, no problem. It's a 5mm. So it also could be arm mounted, I guess, because arm mounted guns are always cool. But you also got these little, it's also got the little pegs right here on the side. You can see that, and those can blow. There's little holes on either side of this build bit, so you can peg it in there as a shoulder gun, which is also pretty neat. Although it can't go down all the way, but yeah, shoulder guns are also pretty neat. So that's a thing you can do. He also, of course, has his Mace Weapon, which that's very much a Bulkhead thing, regardless. And that you can actually split open. There's a off-center peg there. You can either go in either hand. If you want to put in the right hand, you put the peg on top. If you want to put in the left hand, you have to put the peg from the bottom. And it just goes in and, then closes over. And now he's got his mace hand. And this even has 5mm ports on it as well. So that's the thing you can do. Yeah, and you got this thing, the canopy for the truck, which a lot of people assumed was parts forming, and does not actually parts form. You can stay on for the entire transformation. I'll show you when we get to that. But yeah, this all comes off because it's really weirdly stubborn right now. Put that back on. Yeah, it can come off like so, and it can also become a shield. You can see that hole there. You can become a shield. What you do is you want to push this peg through like this to this side of things, and then fold this up like that with these ridges on the outside. And then you'll have to straighten the arm out here if you want to use it like that. But yeah, there's a little peg here. You can put it over into the hole in the arm. Got that as a shield. Kind of hard to use with this mode, but there's also another way you can put it on him, which is you can stick it on here at the end of this peg or peg hole. You put it on the mace there, and now it's holding up like this. Now you also can use that little slot there to view things through if you want. And so that little slot there, you can raise it, you know, look through that. All that stuff. That's the thing you can do if you want. Me personally, I just usually go ahead and leave this on the back. But you can do what you want with it. There we go. That's the thing. Oop. Yeah, that's one of the things. These pegs, the pegs for the little pegs on here for this stuff isn't super secure. Head though, ball joint, I believe. Yeah, so left and right, you got a bit of up and down. Not a lot of waggle, weirdly enough, because I think probably because of the shape of the head. And all said, but that's another thing. Speaking of the head, you know, there's a whole thing because the open packages, everyone's freaking out because they'll see a bulkhead with no head. And turns out that what it is actually the head sunken in to the chest a bit. But yeah, it can sink in pretty far. But yeah, you can. That sometimes happens. So don't worry if you see a bulkhead in the store with no head. Probably the good chance that the head is actually in the chest. You just gotta look. Yeah, so shoulders. You know, full 360. Get that out of the way. But yeah, full 360 there. Go outward. Pretty good. You know, bicep swivel. Elbows can bend quite a bit actually. Quite a curl. Other thing is, I also say a lot of the joints on here are actually pretty stiff. Surprisingly so. Yeah, he's also got a waist joint. Hips can go forward that far and back that far if, you know, get the backpack out of the way. Outward all the way, which, you know, I thought for sure this was going to catch, but it does not. You got a thigh swivel. This is probably the most limited joint, actually. The thigh swivel is surprisingly limited, although you get a little bit more range if you know, put the legs out a little bit. Knees, a little more than 90 degrees of bend there. And feet, you got actually forward and back, which is, you know, unusual. You got some forward and back there. You got that much tilt, and of course the heel and toe can both go down as you need to. So that's the thing. Pretty good posability, especially for a big old bulky dude like himself. Real quick. There we go. Comparisons. Of course, yeah, here he is with Prime RC. I don't know. I can't remember. I know RC was smaller in the show, but I don't remember how much smaller she was than Bulkhead. I'm pretty sure she actually only came up to his waist. So she might be a little big compared to the show, but again, they're not the show accurate ones, so that's the thing. And because it's just the line standard, of course, Earthrise Optimus, just for that. And yeah, he is actually a bit shorter than Optimus still, so that's the thing. Yeah, there you go. Robot mode. I think pretty good looking. Not exactly show accurate, but it's not wasn't really trying to be. But that may upset you anyway. But that's a thing. It is just what it is. But I still like it despite that. So go ahead and transform. It was actually a pretty interesting transformation. A lot more involved than I thought it would be. Go ahead and of course remove the weapons. Whatnot. I've also noticed the first few times when I was messing with the mace thing, it would definitely pegged in real secure. Gotten loosened up a little bit over it since then, which is actually a good thing because now it's actually, you know, feels doable. The first thing you want to do is take the arms here and just move them forward like that, and then untab them from the side like that. And then it takes you go ahead and take the chest piece and start bringing it up like so. That lets those hang down like that, right? From here, what you want to go ahead is start bringing this panel over top. And this, I've noticed with this bit and the canopy thing, there's a very specific spot where it will actually feed through. Otherwise, it tends to catch either way. So just, you know, watch it on that. Next thing you want to do, go ahead is take this black piece right here, an abdomen, and unclip that and bring it up. And then go ahead back here. This is another hinge right back here. Go ahead and pop that up like that so it looks like this. And it gives you room to go ahead and bring the arms down through like this, and then tab them together. So, yeah, tab those arms together. From here, you want to come up here, and if it hasn't already, just push the head all the way in. Push the head all the way in like that, so it's all the way back there. There's a little black plastic piece right here on the inside. You want to go ahead and push that up and forward and fill in the roof gap right there. See that? Filled in. Go ahead and curl the arms up all the way. Make sure they're still lined up properly. So you can bring this down and then feed this through, and this part should come all the way down. And you can spread the wheels out. They'll kind of tab in right here. They'll spread the fake wheels out and tab them in so that, you know, it stays like that. You want it to stay like that. There you go. That's one part done. And go ahead and bring this all the way down at that point. You know, the arms will click into place. There's a very nice loud click or crunch or whatever you want to call it. Now back down here at the legs. What you want to do here is you fold up the heels into the toes like that. And you go ahead and open this part right here. You can bring out this thing, rotate it 180 degrees like that, and close. You go ahead and bring it forward and close this up. You want to bend the knee so that this tab right here, this tab right here on the inside right here, there's this slot. So you're really seeing there's a slot right here. You want to line those up, and it's not 90 degrees. You want it like right about there. It's a little less than 90 degrees of bend. And then you go ahead and you want to bring this down like that. So you don't want to start using this. So, and then you go ahead and bring the toe up, and this slot here, which goes into a tab right here. Same thing on this side. Open that up. Bring out the gas tank thing. Rotate it 180 and bring it forward more. Close this up. Bend the knee. Bend the knee and go ahead and tab it into the thigh. And then go ahead and tab this up like this. Tab the legs together like so. And then you want to bring the weapons in. These actually help secure the thighs together better. There's peg holes on the side of this gun. That'll go over this peg. That'll help. And this peg right here, you want to go ahead and make sure that the open part is to the, you know, facing the gun. And then you just go ahead and peg this in right here. We want this like this one. These actual peg holes. I'm being dumb. Depending which orientation, yeah. You want this so the seam is parallel with like that. Now this stuff right here, you want to bring this up. You want to make sure this part right here, this black part right here, you want to fold it all the way forward like this. And bring this up, and these tabs right here on the gas tanks will go into little slots right there. You want to bring it all up as such. And then tab it in on both sides. This might be a little difficult the first few times you do it because it has to kind of break in. You go ahead and bring these down, and there's tabs right here will go into slots on the bed of the truck. You know, just give it all a nice good squeeze, and sometimes this falls back in a little bit. But yeah, do that, and there you go. There's Bulkhead's vehicle mode. Like I said, the transformation is, you could kind of figure it out pretty easily, but like it's a lot more, there's a lot more to it than you'd think there would be just from first glance. And yeah, it works pretty well. And again, like I said, doesn't parts form like a lot of people assumed it would. Again, now you got a big old boxy military transport truck. You can even, you know, stuff in there. What's very neat is actually they, you know, even put detailing for the bed. If you know, if you really want to, you can remove the canopy, although it exposes a lot of the well, innards, I guess. Stuff you're really not supposed to see in truck mode. But you can, you know. You can do that. It's weird, but you can. Because, yeah, now it's all this stuff exposed. But, hey, there's, you know, it's just all that stuff there. Yeah, it's, you know, it works pretty well as a military truck. I mean, again, you got the windows and stuff, which, yeah, it's translucent. This is all right here. This old cab thing pretty much is all translucent plastic painted over. You can tell when you look at the inside. I'm not too worried about it, but I know some people are. Again, you got, you know, detailing right here. You got some headlights picked out and some blue there. Got a winch molded in, some windshield wipers molded in. I think they're even they're painted and stuff. You got mirrors. Yeah, you got the gas tanks there in the gray plastic. There's no tail lights or anything, but that's also where the feet are. Which, you know, some people might get upset because the feet are there, you know, just kind of chilling out like that. I don't mind so much. You can kind of see a bit of the thigh, but it works pretty well overall. It's a nice little compact military truck, which is in line with the Bulkhead is, although some people will notice it kind of looks a bit like a, well, Hound from the live action movies, which, say, surprise, surprise, they're doing the Wreckers thing where, yeah, it's kind of got the movie camo deco, for better or for worse. Yeah, he does usually roll pretty well, although the problem is here on this, he's not, some of the wheels aren't hooking up super well. They do spin, but yeah, they're just not hooking up. So I got this thing of like, this weird thing of just like, they're just not hooking up. But yeah, they do spin. It's just, they don't get, he's just sliding across this surface, but on other surfaces they do spin. That's a thing. The only thing I complain about is that sometimes it's just, this sinks in real too easily. Comparison real quick, here he is with Prime RC again. Just again, kind of showing the, yeah, scales, all messy when it comes to alt modes. So that's the thing. Yeah, I just like this vehicle mode a bit. I like this figure. I wasn't sure what to expect from it. Since a large chunk of the fandom was complaining, but yeah, I like it overall. It's a good robot. It's a good alt mode. The transformation is a little bit more than you think it would be, and yeah, I do like it. I'm also got I do have the Wreckers version on order. I think I like the camo stuff better. I might go ahead and give this one away to my nephew or something. He does like Transformers, and it's still a good toy, and I like to have just, I only really want one. I kind of realizing I like that version better, but yeah. Yeah, of course, got the 5mm ports and unpainted wheels. They cover up in the clips, which is nice, you know. And I think those are actually 5mm ports. Actually, real quick, double check the wheels are. Oh yeah, those are 5mm ports. That's the thing. Kind of weird though when, you know, spinning, but yeah. I like this toy. I think it's a really good one. If you can get over the fact that it's doesn't look like the show version from Prime, you'll be pleasantly surprised. A lot of people apparently are. I would recommend picking him up. I mean, he's not super hard to get right now because a lot of people are passing on him because, well, it's not accurate, I guess. I don't know. I think people assume this is going to be a bad toy, and it's really not. It's a good one. Yeah, the only thing is the new price point for Legacy, which I haven't even mentioned yet. The new Legacy price points have gone up a little bit because of things. Yeah, so this is $33, I believe, now at retail. I still think he's a good Voyager to pick up for sure. Just yeah, I think he's good. I genuinely think he's a good toy, and if unless the fact he doesn't look like the show version of him from Prime, if that really bothers you, yeah, this might just probably not bother, but I think he's good otherwise, and people should really give him a chance if they have if they see him on the shelf. So, yeah, that's it for this one, I guess. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime On, and check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I'll see you next time with another video review.